Australia modernize its land warfare capabilities under a roughly $2.5 billion deal that will provide its army with 75 M1A2 SEPV-3 Abrams tanks, together with armored support vehicles. The decision, announced today, continues a significant spending spree on behalf of the Australian Defence Force, ADF. The new Abrams tanks are being procured under the Main Battle Tank Upgrade, formerly known as Land 907 Phase 2, while the Combat Engineering Vehicle, Land 8160 Phase 1, will deliver 29 M1150 Assault Breacher vehicles, 17 M1074 Joint Assault Bridge vehicles, plus an additional 6 M88A2 Armored Recovery vehicles, joining 13 already in service. The M1A2 SEPV-3 or System Enhancement Program version 3 was developed by the U.S. Army to address lessons learned during fighting in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and it rectifies space, weight, and power issues, as well as enhancing overall survivability. Specific changes include increased electrical power, vehicle health management systems, the Israeli-made Trophy Active Protection System, integrated counter-improvised explosive device, IED protection, a new auxiliary power unit, and embedded training aids. The U.S. Army describes it as is the most reliable Abrams tank ever produced. In terms of armament, the SEPV-3 adds a smart gun that can fire programmable munitions, using an ammunition data link. There is also a new common remotely operated weapon station, CROWS, that combines a sensor suite with a machine gun. The M1A2 SEPV-3 will replace the earlier vehicles directly, although previous plans had included enlarging the overall Abrams fleet to 90 tanks. The original approval from the U.S. State Department noted that the M1A2 SEPV-3 main battle tanks will upgrade the current Australian fleet of M1A1 SA tanks with no changes to Royal Australian Armoured Corps force structure. Australian Army M1A1s are currently operated by 3 armoured cavalry regiments in Adelaide, Brisbane, and Townsville. Teamed with the infantry fighting vehicle, combat engineering vehicles, and self-propelled howitzers, the new Abrams will give Australian soldiers the best possibility of success and protection from harm. While the M88A2 Armoured Recovery Vehicle is already established in Australian Army service, the M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle and 17 M1074 Joint Assault Bridge Vehicle will provide new capabilities for the ADF. The M1150 is used primarily to clear mines and explosives, and the M1074 provides a vehicle-launched bridge that allows assault force vehicles to cross rivers and other water obstacles. The M1150 and M1074 are based on the M1 Abrams chassis, while the older M88A2 uses a bespoke chassis first developed in the mid-1960s and drawing upon earlier tank designs. The main battle tank is at the core of the ADF's combined arms fighting system, which includes infantry, artillery, communications, engineers, attack helicopters, and logistics. The M1A2 SEPV-3 Abrams protection, accurate and lethal fire, mobility and situational awareness cannot be delivered by any other platform. There are no other current or emerging technologies or combination of technologies that can yet deliver the capability currently provided by a main battle tank. The utility of tanks for Australia remains a subject of intense debate, but the new M1A2 and their support vehicles are just part of the Australian Army's ongoing modernization effort, which stresses heavier, tracked armoured vehicles rather than lighter armour optimised for rapid deployment and mobility. So heavy is the SEPV-3 version of the Abrams that not only is it impossible to transport it using the ADF's existing amphibious landing boats, but there are reportedly also significant parts of northern Australia where much military training takes place that are too swampy, and the roads too rudimentary to support the new tanks. The Trophy Active Protection System alone is said to add around 5,000 pounds of weight, with an overall weight, in combat, of 73.6 tons.